Well, hi, it's Linda with the Many Things, and I'm back to tell you. I want to give an update again on the Polymyalgia Rheumatica, which is an autoimmune disease. What I've been doing is, since I was first diagnosed with it about 2.5 years ago, I have been on prednisone, which seems to be the only thing that I'm going to say covers up the pain. It doesn't take it away. What it will do is it will keep the inflammation down. Prednisone started out at 20 for like 1 week, then down to 10, and then from there it was like a slow taper. But I didn't do it slow enough, and I found out by trying to just get off of the prednisone, because prednisone can have a lot of side effects are different is what I mean. And for me, basically, I had like the puffy face. I had, but that was when I wasn't taking, I was taking 10 milligrams. What I did was I tapered down too quick. I was doing like a 0.5 milligram to 1 milligram every week, and it was too much. I think it was about, actually it averaged out to be like a half, and it was too much. I got to the point where I was 11 days at 0, and the pain just got too much for me. I just couldn't handle it. And so what I did was went back up, started at 4 milligrams, and that's what I was doing until the beginning of this month. And so I've decided what works for me is a slow taper. I can't go a 0.5 milligram. It just doesn't work. So what I do is I go a 1/4 milligram, and as I'm switching and as I'm dropping down, let's say I'm doing 4 milligrams, and I did it for like a month. And then what I did was I threw in 3.5 milligrams, and I did that for just 1 day. And then I went back up to 4. And then I think I did 3.5 for like 3 days. And on the 3rd day, my body just said, nope, I'm gonna flare. So what I did was I decided that 1/4 milligram works for me. I'm now at 3 3/4, and it's hard to cut those little pills. I try to be as accurate as I can. Soon I'll do that for probably like 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna throw in 3.5 for a couple days, then go back to 3 3/4 for maybe a couple days, then actually drop down to the 3.5 and see how I do with that. I need to get my glasses so I can actually see what I'm doing here. So the things that I have done in order to work through this, in the beginning, I told my doctor that I wasn't going to own this. So I've kept that mindset where I don't own this, it doesn't own me, and it needs to leave my body. So everybody is different. I just keep pushing through. I'm not going to stop. One other thing that you have to remember to do is, even though you're pushing through, you need to rest. Don't go through a day without at least laying down and resting for probably 20 minutes. That's what I do, and that's what works for me. And I'm sure all of these things that I'm saying, of course, you're going to check with your physician, your doctor, before you even try to consider any of the things that I'm saying. You don't want to taper too fast. Never just stop prednisone, and your doctor will tell you that. It can be really bad on your. Another thing that I do is I keep notes daily. I just have a little paper calendar, and I write on it for that particular day what the dose was that I took, And then I write down how I'm feeling. Like I put good, bad, ugly. Speaking of ugly, I have noticed that one of the side effects of prednisone, and I have heard some other support groups talk about it, is, and you can find those on the internet, and there are some really good ones where people support each other. I can't believe how many people have this crazy autoimmune disease. But the thing is that one of the side effects for me was not feeling like myself. And one person had mentioned on one of the support groups, they said there's the prednisone me, and then there's the real me. So there's the prednisone me and the old me. And the old me was a little different before prednisone got introduced. And I just can't wait to get off of it. I want to be filled with joy. I want to be filled with love. And I guess having faith is a big deal too with all of this. I want to thank you for watching. I hope that I've helped someone somehow, some way. And until next time, take care and please subscribe. Bye-bye.